Eamon O'Carroll, how harsh of a penalty call do you feel that was right at the end there?
No, we probably deserved it. I need to have a look. We did a lot of things in the game where, we brought a lot of pressure on ourselves. It was self-inflicted. Some of them I've seen throughout the course of the year. I just think we hurt ourselves constantly throughout the game, and Everton were able to capitalise on that. So I'll have a good look at the penalty, but the way we were going, it wasn't surprising.
Is it fair to say then, outside of that penalty, there was a lot of self-inflictedness in this defeat?
Yeah, well, we completed 51%, and we speak about respecting the ball for the full game. We played frantic when we said we didn't need to. I asked the players, are they clear on what needs to be done, and they said yeah, and I saw it for parts. I thought we'd actually done really well to get ourselves back in the game and going 2 points up at half time. I thought, right, we need to build on that now, and we did for large parts, but then just completely imploded at crucial times. Give a tackle 5 penalty away for interference. It gives them field position when we're 1 point up, and then we give I think it was tackle 4 or tackle 5 ball steal in kicking distance, to give them the game. So yeah, disappointing.
Just on that sort of 51% completion rate, that's clearly gone away with everything that he did well against Whitehaven last week.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just individual skill. We weren't playing over expansive for a lot of them. We did some things where we looked rushed and panicked when we didn't need to be, and forced a few passes. I thought a couple of them actually came off us, and we were quite lucky. But just poor individual skill, at crucial times as well. We'd go and force an error defensively, give ourselves an opportunity for some field position, and then just go and make an error unplayable.
How much of a coach killers are those? I remember you putting the defensive squeeze on, getting ball back, and then not even making it to tackle 2 with Kevin Apple knocking on.
Yeah, you'd love to play against us, wouldn't you? Yeah, and I said that to the team. You just love to, because you know that you're not going to have to work that hard to get an opportunity against us. We'll give you something. So yeah, bitterly disappointing.
Was that the main difference between the two teams then, the smartness?
Execution of skill probably as well. When they did give penalties away, but they did them at the right time. If you're going to give penalties away, we did them at the worst possible time. When we're in a grind, and we had 3 minutes just to see the game out, and then we give a penalty away on tackle 5, and then we ball steal, and it's crazy.
What was the message from you through Lee Greenwood to the players entering that sort of final 10 minutes?
Just be calm. We have to keep hold of the ball on some field position, because I felt that we'd made a couple of errors like what you'd referenced. We didn't have to win the game again. I thought we were defending okay. Certainly got better during the game. Just about being clean and playing down their end, being ultra disciplined, because I thought if we defended them out of yardage, other than us doing something to ourselves, we handled them quite well. So, and I just said it was about time. We don't have to go and score again. But I had the confidence in the group, if we had an element of patience and got to the back end of the sets like what we did in the game, we'll come up with a kick try, or we'll hit a Franklin or someone on a lead once we've got them going back end of sets. But we didn't give ourselves the opportunity to test that in the second half. Like you said, our errors will come in play 1, play 2.
Jordan Lilly got his 5th drop goal of the season here, and did you think that you'd done enough at that point?
No, I still knew that you can't think like that, and maybe the players did. But no, I still knew he was in a game. And they were going to throw all that out. So I was worried about what we were going to do during that period, and felt like we needed to be calmer. But we just had a lot of dumbness about us.
There was a lot of effort from both sides there on the field. You've already referenced Ferguson get those 2 early tries, and then you somehow wrestled that momentum back to go into the sheds at half time with a lead, an arrow one if that.
Yeah, but again, that was my message at half time. Like, it's through us. It was the message before the game. I said today is about us. If we win, it'll be because of us. If we don't get the performance we want, it'll be because of us. That's not being disrespectful to Everton, but when we don't touch the ball for the first 5 minutes, we defend the set really well, and then we make an error in backfield. We had 5 errors from our backfield. Like, you're not even giving yourself a chance. But they showed enough to get themselves back in it. But during the game, I was saying to Nobby, we're not going to be able to keep turning them away. The way that we are here, they'll get us, and then ultimately they do in the last, minute and a half, something like that. So, yeah.
How much influence that opening 5-10 minutes, that slow start, those 2 early tries to Ferguson, do you think had an influence on the game? Obviously, you're playing a very tough big physical side in Featherstone. How much did that take out, that effort then to try and chase the game and get back?
No, we spoke about not chasing the game. We had to get some field position. We had to get the ball. Like I said, we'd not touched it. We'd made 2 or 3 errors on tackle 1 very early in the game, so you don't even get your chance to have a say in the game. I thought we could have done better on the try concedes. I was confident we could fix that up at half time. It's just a bit of communication on our edges and a bit of disconnect, which is not normal like us. But like I said, I thought probably the last 10-12 minutes of that first half, we got back to what we were practicing about, destroying the ruck and playing too quick for him, and then we'd get a couple of tries, and we ended up doing that as well. So I don't think it was about pressure or anything at that stage. Still a long way to go, and a lot for us to learn from him, and knowing that it was us self-employed.
I know the side and the squad has changed quite considerably since that Widnes game here and the Barrow away game, Eamon, but there's still a number of players who've played in those games. Is that the most frustrating aspect, that they don't appear to have learned the lessons from those tight, close-knit games?
Yeah, I'll have to find the answer to that. Like I said, I don't think it's a collective. As a group, it's individual. It is, but there's a lot of them individuals doing the same things. Silly penalties away. I'm not sure what George got sent off for. I'll try and have a look at that. I don't know what that was, but again, that puts us under pressure. It's probably the worst 5 minutes I've ever been involved in. We get a yellow card, we give a tackle 5 penalty away, and then a ball steal from to kick to win the game. Just crazy.
What are the positives to take from today, anything there?
No, not at this stage, mate. I'm clearly, emotional and disappointed about that. Like you can't look at and sugarcoat it and be positive about completing at 51% and losing the game in the last minute and a half due to your ill discipline. Like you just can't. Like, I'm kidding myself if I do that. Like, we've got to take a long hard look at ourselves, and I just said to them then, get ready, it's probably going to be the same conversation that I've had with you a number of times over the year, because it's just us again. We get an opportunity in front of us and we shoot ourselves in the foot.
Do you feel like Dan Murray and Groundhog Day, you're waking up to the same sort of situation over and over again, Eamon?
Yeah, well, again, I referenced that to the group. I just said, look, there's a fair chance you'll respond next week, and then we'll do it again. Like we're gonna have to change our mentality very, very quickly. It's difficult because I think we hit a real high standard, and I think we play a real high standard for large parts, and then we're completely the other side of the coin. So so some individuals are gonna have a difficult conversation with me, and they're clearly disappointed. Of course they are, because there was a lot of effort there, but a lot of dumbness to compliment that.
You certainly saw what it means to the players. The hooter goes, Jaden Myers is in tears on his haunches on the field. Clearly there's a lot of emotion off the back of this result performance.
No, yeah, I didn't see that, so we'll check on it on Jaden, make sure he's alright. He'll be disappointed, but they should be. They should be. We want to do something special this year, and every time we work extremely hard to put ourselves in a position, and then we just kill ourselves. So I'd be more annoyed if they weren't disappointed in themselves.
What was the message at half time, Eamon? I think you went into the sheds with leading the penalty count 4-1 and 4 set restarts to 0. Was there any talk about, this is probably more than likely going to even up, we need to be squeaky clean?
No, I said we had to continue to do that. Like I said, the start wasn't great, but then we started finding our rhythm. Spoke about just, offering a bit more support. I felt like when we come back against the grain, with against some of their big boys, we got some opportunities, certainly when Ariba came on, but we just missed the jump with that. Defensively, I just challenged them because I thought we were quite passive at marker when we spoke about being aggressive. I did see a response in that. And other than that, we just spoke about if we're patient and complete assets, we'll end up getting some field position.
I think he had the error count pretty much neck and neck. Featherstone also making a high number of errors. Is there a bit of mitigation in just how fast and tough and physical it was out there?
I don't think it was a fast game. I thought it was really slow, and that's one thing we spoke about during the week. We tried to up the tempo when we did. Certainly at the back end of the first half, we ended up getting some success with that, so I won't look at that too much. I thought we could have done our bit to make the game quicker.
Psychologically, moving forward, what do you have to do to the team? Do you have to pick them up, get them ready for another game against Doncaster?
Well, clearly they look fragile, don't they? So I'm going to have to do that, and that's my job. I'll do it, but I can't shy away from holding them accountable for some of the dumbness that they're doing. Clearly, because it's just going to continually hurting us, and I'm getting bored of it, if I'm honest with you. If we lose because we've been beaten really well and we've done everything we say we're going to do, then again I'm probably repeating myself. People will be bored of hearing me. And we can look at that, can't we? But all I'll be able to show is us making poor decisions and putting ourselves under pressure. and then you do that at any level, you're going to get hurt. Like 51%, just that. It's not the main reason, but it's a huge factor as to why we were under pressure. And then we're still in a game. We're still in a game. But we did it at the wrong time, and to be fair, the back end of the second half we got worse. We got worse and just kept inviting pressure onto ourselves.
In terms of obviously players coming through, there's no new injury concerns, is there?
No.
That must be a small positive, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is. I don't believe there is. I think everyone pulled up all right. So I'll get my medical report tonight. So we'll have a look at that. Yeah.
I know when we spoke Friday, Sam Hallis obviously was given the week off due to his family circumstances. Do you reckon he'll be good to go next week?
Yeah, I hope so. But if he's not, I'll support him. I want to do that for Sam. He did a really good thing for the club and for the boys, putting his hand up when he did to play, and he's got my full support when he's ready to play, he'll play, but I think certainly after watching that he'll be disappointed.
Romain Franco, what's the latest with him? I'm guessing, is he chomping at the bit to get a chance?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, he is. We knew when we brought him in we'd want to use a couple of weeks just to to help him and get him on board with what we're kind of doing and get some training sessions in. So we spoke to him and said he's going to have to be patient, but an opportunity might be around the corner for him.
And just finally from me, and obviously just the one change today, John Davis for Sam Hallis. Now you do have that competition for places, and you can obviously review that game. Is it fair to say that some players' shirts and spots might be up for change ahead of Doncaster?
Yeah, well that's always the case. Even if we would have won, we might do that. I'll look at the individual performance. Difficulty is we had too many off today, and I haven't got that many to replace them. I have to be calm when I'm making my decision, and make a decision based on what I feel like is best for the team and best for the club to make sure we go and get 2 points, not be emotional and just start dropping people now. My job is to help them, but they need to help themselves, man.
Obviously, this was, I think, your third 1-point defeat this season. Obviously, was the Barrow game as well. Are you a bit concerned about sort of mentally as a team when it comes to the crunch in these sort of games that they've dropped the ball, so to speak, on several occasions now?
Yeah, it's concerning because again, it's just individual decisions. Like understanding where we are, what period of the game we're in, and in this game we'd worked hard to put ourselves ahead. So just changing that. And look, when I look out there, I've got some senior players out there. I trust them to be able to do that, but it's not all on them. They can't carry the ball every set for the players. They can't make every tackle for the people around them. It's a team game and team sport, and we need to make sure everyone is clean in that and understand especially in the Championship, it's very easy to give a penalty away. So you have to be ultra clean and just recognise the scenario, especially with the tackle 5 on there. We just roll away and we deal with it. We didn't have to go and do what we did, and then I can't believe someone would steal the ball, so I'll have to have a look at that. I can't believe that would happen. So that decision may have gone against us, I don't know, but we put ourselves in that situation. So again, that's down to us.
And obviously the bigger picture, a win today and you'll be firmly in the playoff situation, eyeing second spot potentially right on Toulouse's tail. As it is now, you're sort of looking back over your shoulder again, because obviously with Featherstone winning, with York winning, suddenly it's all gone Constantine again.
Yeah. I purposely didn't mention it to them. They're aware they were, so I purposely didn't, because I just sensed a big banana skin. I thought they were ready to go. I thought they were ready to play. Probably didn't get the start right, but found out rhythm during the game and did enough to win the game. So yeah, we shoot ourselves in the foot again. I just said that to them. You're going to kill yourselves this year. We are going to be looking back, going, if only, like you said, was it 3-4 games now? We're up by 1 point.
You can say half a dozen more points and you're in second comfortably.
Yeah, but ultimately we're not, and that's because of us. So we've only got ourselves to blame.